So in this episode, we're showcasing the weight loss drug Wegovy. Wegovy is one of the GLP-1 class of operators, which slows the transit of food through your gut, reducing your appetite and also reducing your absorption efficiency. And it also works on the brain and reduces the food noise that some people experience. I need to eat, I want to eat, oh, is it noon yet? Oh, can't wait to go and eat that burger. So a lot of my patients that have been on this have told me that food music in the back of their mind is severed by using Wegovy. The chemical name for Wegovy is semaglutide, and you might realize from that name that it's also related to Ozempic. The only difference between Wegovy and Ozempic is licensing and dose. So Wegovy is specifically licensed for weight loss, whereas Ozempic is licensed for diabetes, and as a happy side effect, you also lose weight. So it's initially started at the same dose as Ozempic, 0.25 milligrams a week, and month by month you increase it until you reach the 2.5 milligram dose. Now, what can you expect in terms of weight loss from Wegovy? Well, across 1 year, you can expect to lose about 15% of your body weight. So, say you're 250 pounds, you can easily expect about a 40-pound weight loss, which is pretty staggering compared to some of the predecessors for weight loss that came before Ozempic and Wegovy and Mounjaro. So that's the good news about Wegovy. Now let's look at some of the potential pitfalls and bad news in terms of side effects that a lot of people have experienced while being on Wegovy. So we'll look at the statistics, and then at the conclusion, I'll look at some workarounds that I've used in real life with my own patients to be able to get around these potential pitfalls and still get the benefit of the drug. Let's go. Okay, everybody. So the side effects for Wegovy, coming in at number 1, taking the lion's share by far, is nausea. And that was noticed in 28% of users. Now, to put that in perspective, if we imagine with my little abacus here, we have each of these is a pretend patient. We've got 10 with 10 rows. So we have 100 patients here. We're expecting almost 30 of them. If you want to be precise, 28 of this group to be suffering with nausea from being on the Wegovy. So you can see that's a pretty substantial amount of people. And also don't be fooled, Wegovy is actually Ozempic. It's the same semaglutide, but in a higher dose. So Ozempic is typically 1 milligram, maximum 2 milligrams. The Wegovy is 2.4. So you're obviously going to expect to see the same side effect profile as Ozempic, but on steroids. You're going to get all those same side effects, but at a larger quantity. But you're also going to experience more weight loss because you're taking a higher dose of the drug. You don't get something for nothing in this life, folks. All right, number 2 is vomiting, and that was noticed in 17% of users. Coming in at number 3 was diarrhea, close behind, 14%. And I've spoken before on Ozempic how torrential the vomiting and diarrhea can be for some users. Number 4 is constipation in 13% of users. And again, that can be pretty disabling. Number 5 was bellyache in 10% of users. Number 6, a lot of burping, and that was in 7% of users. Coming in at number 7, people complain of feeling tired while being on it. That was in 6%. Number 8, indigestion in 6% of users. Then at number 9, we have headaches in 5 out of every 100 users. And dizziness at number 10 in 4% of users. Now, that being said, I typically haven't really had a problem with my patients complaining about dizziness, but all the other ones above that I've seen in spades. Now, let's look at some solutions that I've used with my own patients to try to get past these nuisance effects so you can still get the weight loss and other benefits of the drug. So number 1, the first strategy I often will use, I call go slow. Now, the manufacturer has a recommended escalation dose, so you start at 1 dose and gradually every month you increase it until you get to the full 2.4 milligrams. However, in some people, if they can't tolerate even the basic entry-level dose, what I'll do is keep them there for longer than a month until they can tolerate it, and then we'll try to gradually escalate the dose and see if we could get them up to the full strength. So that's go slow. Number 2, I call go low. So if we've already tried that and somebody simply cannot get beyond a certain threshold dose,
They just can't get beyond that, because then they start getting these side effects in spades. Then in those instances, what I sometimes will do is just maintain somebody on that lower dose than what's finally recommended. You'll still get some weight loss. It just won't be as spectacular as if you could take the full dose. And then number 3 is split. So what I'll do is I'll split the dose. So normally Wegovy is intended to be given once a week. So what I'll do is split the dose. So say it's a 2.4, split that in half or whatever fraction, and then deliver it twice a week. So split it in half and do it in roughly every third day. So across a week, you're still getting roughly the same dose. You're getting exactly the same dose, but you're just spacing it out and reducing the bumps in your blood level to it. Because those bumps are associated with more experience of side effects. If you can get a smoother blood level, your body doesn't notice it as much, and it flies under the radar. So overall, despite this side effect profile, I'd still recommend the drug, because the weight loss effects, remember, there's consequences to carrying too much weight as well. These side effects are temporary. They disappear on discontinuation of the drugs. But say you could lose 30, 40, 50 pounds. It's a lot easier to maintain that weight loss after you've already lost it than trying to do it on your own. So you don't necessarily have to be on the Wegovy forever. So when you stop those side effects go away, but the weight loss can stay. So if you're about to embark on it, congratulations and good luck, and you're welcome.